Hello everyone, I'm your host Aquaman, and welcome back to another episode of The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past for Super Nintendo. In our previous episode, we finished up the second dungeon and got a very special item which allows us to get to many more places in the game, the Power Glove. After that, we went to the forest and got a magic mushroom. We gave it to a witch who's making mushroom brew, and she told us to come back to the shop later for a very good item. Not sure how long it's going to be, but for now, I went past the witch's hut to the north, and we are going to get us a plethora of new items today. In fact, we may even upgrade some items later on, because I've got a ton of money and I kind of want to do some stuff. We're going to have much less money by the time this episode ends either way, though. We also got quite a few heart containers as well, so that's also a bonus. The ones that appear in the shallow water here, Zoras. Come on, bump. Whoop! Getting some bombs, that's a good thing. We can only carry 10 bombs at a time. Hopefully that'll change in the future. I love that. Yeah, we can only get 10 bombs at a time, and we really do need to carry more at some point. Still fun. Right now we're in the Zora's Fountain, I believe it's called. What we want to do... Oh, 4 bombs. Wow. Let's take the bottom path here. This is a water maze. Uh-oh. This is the way to go. We're going to head up to the waterfall, and once we get to the top, this happens. What do you want, little man? Do you have something to ask me? I want the flippers, please. But I don't just give flippers away for free. I sell them for 500 rupees a pair. Okay. 1 pair of flippers coming up. I will provide you a free bonus with your purchase. I will let you use the magic waterways of the sea folk, which link lakes and rivers. When you see a whirlpool, dive into it. You never know where you'll surface. Just like that, we bought Zora's flippers. With these, you should be able to swim even in deep water. Personally, I think all Link really needed was water wings, but I won't question it. We now have the ability to swim in water, and before we get too far, we need to come over here and grab another heart piece. That's really all that you want to come to Zora's Fountain for, just the flippers and the heart piece. And am I going the right way? Yes, I am. Heading all to the right, I think it's a dead end, so no reason to go there. Now remember how they said that this was the Waterfall of Wishing? You gotta have a waterfall or something behind it. You just gotta. So about this Waterfall of Wishing, it has a mysterious pond inside it, and we should probably throw something in, because if you want to make a wish and there's water, typically you have to throw something in the pond. Technically rupees, but I don't want to throw in rupees. So let's throw an item. Let's start with the boomerang. Well, that was fun. Let's take it out of here. Or not. Hello there. Did you drop this? Yeah. Can I have it back, please? I like an honest person. I will give you something better in return. I'm not sure what I was being honest about. I dropped it. You got the magical boomerang. You can throw this faster and farther than your old one. Very impressive, very necessary. It can go all the way to the end of the screen before coming back to you, whereas the magic boomerang just goes a few feet out in front of you. Yeah, not that great. So now we have the magical boomerang. And is there anything else? I think we can throw in a bottle, if it was an empty bottle, and get something else in return. But none of our other items here really can be increased, except one. And it's probably an item that you might be surprised to see is possible to throw in. Let's do it anyway. And we have to back out from the pond for a moment so that this has time to reset. There it is. We'll throw in our shield. Bye, shield. We could also throw in our sword, but that might be kind of stupid. Yes, I dropped that. Can I get something better in return? Thank you, fairy. I will take advantage of your kindness. Your shield is improved. Now you can defend yourself against fireballs, specifically the ones spit out by the Zora. I like these RPG elements in Zelda games, especially in Skyward Sword. A lot of people seem to dislike Skyward Sword for reasons I can't comprehend. I think it's something to do with the, here's a whirlpool we can go into for fast travel. Link. A lot of people seem to dislike Skyward Sword for the fact that the motion controls are bad, but if that's all that you're going to hate on Skyward Sword about, you really are missing out on an incredible game otherwise. There we go. Heading up in here. I really like the item improvements in Skyward Sword. It is something I spent like an entire day doing, just upgrading all my items. Here's another wishing well, a pond of happiness. Throw some rupees in and your wishes will surely come true. Do you want to throw rupees? Yeah! Let's toss in 20. Happiness increased 20 rupees. In total, your happiness is 20. You became happier by 1 step. For your reference, today you will have a little luck. Well, thanks. I don't think that the point of your luck really affects anything in the game. It might determine how often you'll find more rupees or items or whatnot, but we can keep on throwing more in. I don't think the luck really matters. Big trouble! Yeah. That's the worst one, I'm sure. I think there's bad luck, whole lot of trouble, a little luck, a lot of luck, and maybe great luck. I feel there's something else beyond that, but I'm not sure. We're gonna keep on throwing in rupees. In total, your happiness is 60. You became happier by 1 step. For your reference, big trouble again. Great. While I'm waiting for the pond to reset, let's drop a bomb over here. Throw in more rupees. 20. This does take a bit of time, but whatever. Great luck! Oh, great. That's something wonderful to end on. Then I'm going to throw in 1 more patch of rupees, and we're not going to get a reference of luck this time. We'll still throw it in anyway. After hitting 100 rupees in the pond, she will make our wish come true. We can carry more bombs or arrows. Like I just said, we don't have many bombs available to us. Let's ask if we can carry more bombs. She will increase it 5 points at a time. I'm actually going to increase our bomb count by 1 more. But this time, after you unlock the fairy, you can throw in 25 or 50 rupees at a time. So I'm going to upgrade our bombs 1 more time, and then we'll get out of here. Great luck! Awesome. Again, while we're waiting for it to reset, we can come over here. Inside this room are 4 fairies, so if you want to catch any for your bottle, great place to do it at. Toss in a few more rupees of 50. Upgrade our bombs 1 more time. Thank you, fairy. It was good to see you. I might come back off screen and toss in some rupees if we end up getting an excess amount later on. But that was fun. Good upgrades. You really got to pay for the upgrades if you want them in this game. I'm actually going to go back through this whirlpool and see if the witch has that special item for us yet. I don't need the heart, I grabbed it anyway. While we're out walking around, I can show you the extent of the boomerang. Remember, it only goes a few feet in front of us. Well, like I said, it can go to the end of the screen, and it is much faster as well. Very good bonus. I can't remember if these guys can be... Oh, they can. Alright. I thought that they would hurt you after you paralyze them or whatever. I guess not. Let's see if the witch has that special item available for us yet. She tells us to come back to the shop later, so it's a bit confusing, but the item is actually inside the shop, right next to this little lady. This is magic powder. Try to sprinkle it on enemies and many other things. Many other things. Please. We can get something really, really good later on. In fact, I wonder if we can go get it right now. Sure, what the heck. Let's try to go... I'll go see if we can get that item right now. I probably should have checked this out before deciding to record this, but let's see if we can get it. We're going to head over to Kakariko Village. Whoops. And it says to sprinkle it on many things. Let's see if I can do it on the soldier. Whoops. Okay, the soldier's too fast. Magic powder will turn enemies into different looking enemies. I want to get this guy. Yeah. It turns him into a onion, which we can kill in 1 hit. Kind of funny. If you use it on the cucumber guys, they turn into what I believe are the actual Kookmen. They turn brown and have weird glasses. It's really a cosmetic change, and after you hit them once, they'll go back to being the original green electric guys. While I'm here, I want to show you something else I mentioned a while ago. Good bee. Not a bee, a good bee. And yes, there are regular bees in this game which will attack you just like the good bee does. But if we light out the good bee over here, and he's playing with the... yeah. Come on back, good bee. We want to release it near this guy, and when you catch a bee and you release it, he'll do damage to enemies for you. But if he flies over to this guy, wow, I've never seen such a rare bug. I'll buy it for 100 rupees, okay? Done. Instant 100 rupees. Very nice. If you're low on rupees, and you don't mind taking a trip back and forth, that's a good way to get more rupees. I can't remember if we can get up here yet. No, we cannot. Alright, never mind. I guess I can show you who's in here anyway. If my last partner returns, we can tap for your soul, but now I can't do anything for you. Two little dwarves live here. One of them is lost, and no idea where to find him. After we find him, the dwarves will temper our sword for us. We can get a very powerful sword, the second most powerful in the game. But for now, nope. Bam, 5 more rupees. I suppose I could show you guys one more thing. You remember this guy over here who runs away from us when we get too close? Well, now that we have the Pegasus boots, I can't believe you caught me! With your speed, it must have been easy to kidnap Zelda. You don't look like such a bad guy, though. Anyway, because you have such good feet, it might be a good idea to run and bash into many things. For example, the trees in this village have many useful things hanging in their branches. Well, just try it, okay? Good little bit of advice. And this tree will sometimes drop apples, sometimes it'll drop a bee. It's completely random, I believe. For now, I think that's all we can do. So let's head north to the mountains. I wonder if this tree has anything in it. Nope. We could go back to talk to Sahasrara, but we really know what we have to do at this point. Looking at our map, there's only 2 things left that are marked for us. The location of the Master Sword and the red pendant. We want to get to that red pendant. So let's make our way there now. Actually, there's a Kookman. I can show you what happens if you use magic powder on him. Whoops, wrong button. Diacro. Diacro. Is that not the most ridiculous thing you have ever seen? It's like a Mr. Potato Head. And I'm pretty sure there's no changes for that, so yeah. Do not enter Death Mountain without the King's permission. Well, the King's dead. 5 rupees. I don't want to get the King's permission. I don't want to talk to a dead guy, so let's go in here. No way back. You gotta be careful in here. It's much more dangerous than the sewers. Hello. I don't know who you are, but if you are going to go up the mountain, will you take me with you? I lost my lamp, so... Found an old man in this cave. Well, we are going up the mountain, so we might as well take him with us. Watch your step. There are holes in the ground. Can you turn right here? Young man, are you also going to the mountain to look for the golden power? Just ahead is a mountain full of monsters. Many people have vanished in this mountain while looking for the golden power. I don't want to steer you on, so please don't get too involved in such a mad quest. There's a nice little old man that you kind of have to listen to. There must be a heart in the bottle. And he's right, there is. That pot will always have a heart, even if you come back later. Turn right here. You know, I have a granddaughter who is your age. The king took her to the castle, and she never returned. Kidnapping those maidens must be part of the wizard's plot. I'm sure he is trying to somehow use the power of the descendants of the wise men. This guy has a lot of personality. Right, I don't know if I should say personality. A lot of character. He's a person that you can understand and know. And you can't do a dash because the old man can't really keep up with you. He lost his granddaughter, and he lives alone on the mountain. He knows about the people who live on this mountain. Whoops. About these enemies here, if you hit them, they turn to stone. Eventually they will turn back. I think you can hurt them with magic powder. Yes. I think there are some other ways to get rid of them too, but yeah, tough enemies. The missing maidens are still alive somewhere. I believe that a hero will rescue them. I wait for that day. These are dangerous times. I talk too much. Anyway, thank you for your kindness to an old man like me. I wanted to give you this. If you wander into a magical transporter, gaze into this mirror. This mirror is one of the most useful items in the game. The magic mirror. This mirror is blue, clear, and beautiful. You feel like it is going to absorb you into another world. The man goes into his house, and let's actually follow him. The wizard has deceived the king, and now he is trying to open the way to the dark world. To complete your quest, you will need the moon pearl, which is in the tower on top of the mountain. All I can do for you now is to comfort your weariness. Come back here at any time. I like to think that Link gets a bit of soup and some nap and a nap. Some soup and a nap. It's a good way to comfort weariness. Can't really dash up those hills. Whether you walk or dash, you're going to go the same speed. If you go to the back of the old man's house, you'll come out this little cave here. It's basically his back door. But we need to continue our quest. Let's go on up the mountain, and this sign says, this cave leads to the path back to Kakariko Village. But we're not going to go to Kakariko Village. We have to find a pendant. So let's try to find that pendant. We can jump down off the ledge to get to new caves, but I don't think there's anything special. What's in here? I suddenly forget. No place we can get to. Never mind. Hello? There's something new. It's not an enemy. Can't hurt it. Can't do anything to it. So what happens if we walk onto it? You ever hear about how Alice went down the rabbit hole a little too far? That's just what happened to us. There's a couple guys, but they're not attacking us. One of them is attacking the other. Oh? Who are you, Mr. Bunny? This world is like the real world, but evil has twisted it. The golden power is what changed your shape, to reflect what is in your heart and mind. I am always changing my mind, so I turned into a ball. But if you have a ball called the Moon Pearl, you can keep your original shape here. Okay. What do you want? Do you have something to say to me, silly rabbit? I came here to get the power of gold, but now I'm a freak, and I can't go back to the real world. If only I had the Moon Pearl from the Tower of Hera, I could go back to my original shape. I've got good reason to be stressed out, so back off. Shoot, shoot! So that one is a bully at heart, and that guy doesn't really seem to be making up his mind, so he's a ball. Doesn't really make sense to me. I guess there's a Japanese pun there. But the old man gave us a magic mirror in case we wandered into a new world. But before we leave, let's take a look at our map here. We are not in Hyrule anymore. Not in Hyrule anymore. We certainly wandered into a new world, but it looks a lot like the old one. We can't do anything though. Let's get out of here. On top of Spectacle Rock is another piece of heart, and I call it Spectacle Rock because this is a formation in many Zelda games. Before we get in too far, I need to... Thank you. We're going to walk across this bridge. There's a forest below us where the Master Sword is said to rest. Over here on this is more ancient Hylian. Let's read the Book of Medora and see what it says. Hold up the Master Sword and you will get the magic of ether. Fascinating, but we don't have the Master Sword. We'll have to come back later. There's an interesting tower, and it's the tower we need. You notice that little sparkle that we left behind when we exited the world is now on our map? That is very useful later on in the game. Tower of Hera. Oh boy, this is going to be great fun. It's certainly the tallest, the largest dungeon we've been to so far, and it is quite a puzzle to get through. The boss at the end of this level, I hate it. I really, really hate it. I think a lot of people hate it. You'll see when we get there, but I hate the boss. This is a great level. This is a great level to increase the difficulty, but the end boss is not very pleasant. And it's only the third dungeon, which we will tackle next episode. Thank you for joining me, everybody, on this episode of The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. If you like this episode, please click the like button. Let me know. And if you are new here, feel free to subscribe as well. There are new video game episodes out every day of the week. And for all of you, come back next time when we will further explore the Tower of Hera. See you then.